Attention, all gamers. Please rise for the Gamer National Anthem.
Alright, motherfuckers, what's up? I'm Six. I'm here with my co-host Sarge. We're bringing you the news and our opinion on it. This is where all facts come to die. We are bringing you nothing but opinions. Sarge, you with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Alright, fuck it. Let's get into it.
Alright.
So first on the docket this week, the dumb, fucking, stupid-looking white boy that put the Fyre festival together is doing 6 years in the federal pen.
Yeah, the dude who did that, the Fry Festival or whatever. It's pretty much
Fyre Festival. Yeah, no, he had like all the Instagram models modeling for it. None of them fucking went. Here's my question. Where the fuck is Ja Rule in all this?
Yeah, I think he
wasn't
was
he like?
I thought he was just an investor. I don't think he was the idea behind it.
No. This white boy had the idea behind it, but like Ja Rule was like out here. He's like, yo, motherfuckers, you come to the Fyre Festival, it's gonna be off the chain.
Yeah, I think he just invested and then promoted it so much, but he pled guilty to 2 counts of wire fraud.
There's no way in hell this wasn't like a scam from the get-go. Can we feel bad? Hold on. Do we have to feel bad? It was a bunch of rich people getting scammed.
No, I don't feel bad.
I don't fucking feel bad. That shit was hilarious.
When I saw the prices for the tickets, I'm like, anybody who would pay that much is dumb.
Dude, it was like watching. It was like everything funny that happens during a hurricane without all the tragedy.
Oh yeah. They had the FEMA tents and everything.
This motherfucker, Mr. McFarland.
That is Mr. McFarland. Yeah. Was in the Bahamas? I fucking didn't
Billy
even know
McFarland, age 26.
I thought it was like some dumb cruise, and then they just like one of them cruise parties because I know they were popular back then, and then they just stayed on an island for a night.
Yeah, no, this motherfucker just was like, we're going to the island.
Oh, really? It was like
This sounds like okay, so like at a face level, if I were to say one of my friends, if I consorted with somebody who would want to go to this, and they try to sell me on this, I'd be like, motherfucker, that sounds like some Hunger Games shit.
So
you want a bunch of privileged people to go to an island?
Hunger Games. Well, hold on, it gets even worse. It gets even worse than that. So packages included the $400,000 Artist Palace. That's in quotes there. With 4 beds and 8 VIP tickets and dinner with a festival performer.
Yep.
Okay.
Looks like 30 people have been cost a minimum of $150,000. That's a minimum. So 30 people had paid this. 30 stupid people have paid this motherfucker $150,000 or more.
I can't think of any music festival that would be worth that.
There isn't one. Not anymore.
There isn't. I mean, even there. I don't think there could ever be one.
I don't know, man. I'd pay a pretty penny to go see Fred Durst at Woodstock.
I still don't think it's worth $150,000. Like
you look Fred Durst in his fucking fit cat looking ass self and tell him that one of his shows ain't worth $150,000.
I mean, I would. I don't think it's worth $150,000. Maybe like if you have hologram Tupac, hologram Biggie, Fred Durst, and some other people, I could see maybe.
Nah, here's the thing. You're forgetting about hologram Harambe.
Shit, yeah, hologram Harambe is worth $150,000.
That story might be old. I'm still upset that was a prank.
Yeah.
We were gonna go.
I was down.
We were gonna go to that festival. I wanted to go see hologram Harambe while the meme was still fresh.
That meme will never die. All right.
All right. So more in legal news. We got a lot in legal news this week. A lot of legal music related news. Lindsey Buckingham is suing Fleetwood Mac for firing him.
Yeah.
Apparently, according to him, the band had a meeting without him, and then suddenly he wasn't part of the fucking band anymore. As far as he knew, he was going out to tour, and then Apparently, he was told that by his manager that Fleetwood Mac would proceed with its upcoming and already organized 2018 to 2019 concert tour without him. And apparently, not a single member of the band spoke to him directly about this. That's shady.
That's kind of shady.
That's shady. However, why would you trust the front woman of Fleetwood Mac? Have you seen what this woman looks like?
Yeah, she don't.
She looks like she's gonna offer me
trustworthy.
the wrong side of an apple, and I'm going to fall into a coma.
Yeah, that's exactly who she looked like. If I had to take a guess, she looks dead inside. Like, especially in the photo they use. Like, she just.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
She just has no soul.
I'm gonna put all the links to our stories in the description when we have this uploaded. So if you're listening, go look at the picture they chose for this woman. She looks like Maleficent's goofy cousin, basically. There's really not a whole lot on that. Fleetwood Mac doesn't pop up in the news too often. I really wanted to put that in here this week. So we got Fleetwood Mac taking L's. Who else we got taking L's this week? NickiMinaj. We got NickiMinaj taking L's this week. Tracy Chapman is suing NickiMinaj for apparently stealing song lyrics, right? Yeah, song lyrics, or was it like song lyrics, cadence, and everything?
It's stealing. Hold on, let me see here. What
Tracy Chapman's "Baby Can I Hold You."
Yeah, Chapman claims that Nicki's song incorporates the lyrics and vocal melody of "Baby Can I Hold You."
For the record, it is Nicki Minaj's song. Sorry, if you want to go listen for yourselves.
Its most recognizable and memorable parts from "Baby Can I Hold You" is what were stolen, or the copyright was infringed with. And
now,
I listened to them.
I have listened to both of these tracks as well. Nicki's fucked.
Yeah, she's fucked.
She
stole that shit.
Tracy Chapman is getting a fucking Barbie check.
Yeah, that she's fucked. She's fucked on that end. Like, you can't even like claim parallel thinking. It sounds exactly the same.
Right. Dude, Nicki Minaj has become is like really very quickly starting to become like the what's that one comedian nobody fucking likes. She steals a bunch of jokes. She had that bomb on Netflix.
Why can't I think of her name right now? She got arrested too.
No shit.
Yeah, it was during the whole Kavanaugh thing when they were protesting down there. I don't know if she got arrested, but she got escorted away.
Right. Okay, I don't. You know what? No, fuck this. I'm putting this hell on blast. So I definitely just googled female joke thief, and Amy Schumer was the first.
Yep.
Was the first thing to pop up. That is her fucking name.
That's who it is, Amy Schumer. I don't know why I couldn't.
Yeah, but you know, Nicki is on like the fast track to become the Amy Schumer of music. And speaking of Nicki taking L's, motherfucker, we got the hot sheets this morning. I'm so happy we waited to today to record this. Cardi B is handing out free smoke.
Oh, easily free.
She's just handing out free smoke. Like,
hold on, how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Instagram videos. 7
Instagram videos going through all this shit. Let's see here. So here's the story. Nicki Minaj claimed that her friend Raleigh beat up Cardi B. Cardi B shows up on Instagram later that day to show, no the fuck he didn't. She didn't. I don't know who Raleigh is. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
Somebody who doesn't matter in this situation.
Yeah.
All that matters is we have Cardi B. This is like what, maybe 2 solid minutes of just cutting in to Nicki.
Oh yeah, it's easy. Hold on,
she brings up.
It's 7 minutes. All the videos together are 7 minutes long, and every single one of them is just cutting into her.
Free smoke. Like, she even goes into the shit about motorsport. Like, and you remember when that track dropped? I told you it sounded like Nicki was talking shit.
Oh yeah,
and definitely. We all know it's a no-no. If you are featuring honest, if you are securing a bag with another artist, why would you talk shit about them on that track?
Oh yeah, easily. Like, why would you do that?
And apparently, I didn't hear about this because it really didn't make a whole lot of news. So Cardi B's phone number got leaked. Nicki was responsible. In one of these videos that Cardi put out, She just straight up, he's like, yo, sis, here's your number.
Yeah. Well, it gets even better. So, Maury Povich is getting involved.
Oh my God.
So, Nikki was clapping back on Twitter, and she said, "I'll pay for a lie detector test about every claim I made on Queen Radio."
You don't want to say that. You don't want to say that.
Maury said, "Why pay for a lie detector test when mine is free? I'll get to the bottom of this," on his Twitter.
I can't wait for Nikki to run off stage all cantankerous like, and that cameraman with the steady cam, that fucking linebacker.
I just sent you the tweet to throw it down in the description with it because.
Oh my God. My God. I like to think Maury Povich runs the Maury Show Twitter.
Yeah, I like to think he does too. I would sure hope he does. Sure would hope he does, because that episode would be peak Maury. I don't think you could get any better.
Maury would absolutely peak.
Yeah, it would
absolutely
peak. You couldn't get any better than that.
That's some interdimensional cable type shit.
Definitely easy, dude. The normies would freak out about it.
To wrap all this shit up, and this is why I actually really like Cardi B. This broad is still from the streets. The last 2 videos in this little she was rapid firing these fucking things out. The last 2 videos are pretty much just to quote her very famous single Bodak Yellow, "You know where I'm at, you know where I be."
Yeah.
She straight told Nikki, pull up.
Yeah, pretty much.
Here's my problem. Cardi B's she's in her 20s, isn't she? Let's see how old Cardi B is. I'm sure
I don't know how old. I just know she's younger than Nikki, which
by a good margin.
Mid-30s.
Nikki is 35. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, she's in her mid-30s.
Hold on.
And she's hating on pretty much the hotter.
Cardi B is 20.
Skinnier.
This girl is 10 years younger than you, and you are deciding, I need to hate this woman because I feel threatened in my position.
Well, that's because she's about to take your position. That's
why.
And
here's the thing: if Nikki wasn't spending, and this is how you know Nikki's from fucking Queens. The bitch is a fucking hater.
Oh yeah.
No disrespect to Queens.
Yeah.
But it seems like every hater out of New York comes from there.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it seems like.
But and this makes me think about when Carter 5 was getting ready to drop, we both saw Kanye put that tweet out. Granted, I don't think his album is still dropped. I'm not sure if that's a meme or if that's facts. I don't feel like checking it right now. Facts come here to die. But I know you. I remember sending you that tweet where Kanye was like, "I'm delaying my album because I want Wayne to shine on Saturday."
Yeah.
That's how you accept being number 2, Nikki.
Yep.
Dead ass. You don't. Why would you want to? You are 2 very strong and independent females in music. You are the 2 biggest female rappers in the game. If Nikki didn't get in her fucking dumb fucking feelings, she could be working on a business partnership, and they could be getting so much bread, all the bread. But nah, she got to keep being messy. And to be fair, you don't want to be messy with someone like Cardi B. I don't know if you used to watch Love and Hip Hop.
No, I did not.
I'm pretty sure that's the show she was on. I don't remember for sure. It's been quite some time. Never fuck around with her. She straight up. She attacked Nikki. You've had your ass beat by her twice now?
Something like that, yeah.
They had to fight at Fashion Week, and wasn't there the club, and fucking Cardi B just launched a heel at her.
Yeah, something like that. Is that some club or something? Yeah, I remember the heel one. I don't remember the Fashion Week one too much.
And here's the thing: I love rap beef as much as the next motherfucker. You know this. When the Drake and Pusha T beef was hot, I was all over it.
Yeah.
I'd still rather have that because I don't like seeing honestly, these women could be making billions working together.
Oh, yeah, hands down.
Their
if they work together.
There's no way their fans don't have a shit ton of overlap because they both have that I am a badass bitch mentality.
Them together is so much better than them beef. They would make so much more money and get so much more publicity out of them being together than them fighting each other. It would make them so much more money.
Exactly. But nah. Speaking about women making good business decisions, I don't know if you can quite call this a business decision. Our girl Rihanna, Little Miss Sunshine, where you at? Apparently she is an ambassador for Barbados now. Why is it whenever there's a female like rapper, pop artist, anything's popping off, Rihanna just spends the time making moves? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she really does.
She really do. And like, I mean, honestly, this woman is like an absolute role model for success. She is absolutely diversified. She's got the makeup line. She's apparently a politician now. Like, apparently this is new too. This happened September 20th, so this is still pretty new. And I mean, honestly,
so she's a cultural ambassador doing promotional work for its tourism ministry.
That's fantastic.
That's the type of ambassador role that she has.
That's still pretty dope.
Yeah. I mean, it's there's multiple types of ambassador roles. It's still a relatively high one. It's not quite like the ambassador that most people think of, though. She's not like the government ambassador type deal. It's more or less to help draw tourism to Barbados.
Then that was a right fucking decision.
Is what I would assume is what that would mean. I don't really quite know.
Could you imagine like a commercial for Barbados tourism, and you just hear Rude Boy playing? You'd want to go to Barbados, wouldn't you?
Oh, I'd go.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Like, oh, it's time to go Barbados. I don't know why, but I feel the need to go now. So what else we got here?
Let's see here. I was really excited when I found this one. Suge Knight. What year is it?
It's 2018.
It is 2018. Suge Knight is back in prison. 28-year sentence after pleading to manslaughter charges.
What are these manslaughter charges for? Killing Tupac?
No, manslaughter for running over and killing. It's when he ran the dude over in Compton.
Oh, okay.
He's just been sitting in jail, chilling with Bobby Shmurda and shit. He was like, "Yo, Bobby, I'm gonna bail you out." A week later, he was in the same fucking cell. Bobby's like, "Who gonna bail you out, dog?"
He was acting in self-defense, is what his attorney said. And was fleeing at armed attackers when he ran over them peoples.
Jesus Christ.
How are you... Like, I get running away from somebody, but, like, how do you argue I was acting in self-defense, so I ran over people who weren't attacking me?
What the fuck did he even say about this? Suge Knight's just going to prison again. Do you think he lives like they did at the end of Goodfellas? In prison? He's been in there a while. You think he's just in the back slicing garlic with a fucking razor blade?
Probably. I mean, I like to think. Did you watch that Netflix series Narcos? You know how he built that own jail and he had like a bed and like a TV
yeah. It's probably
I like to think it's like that.
It's probably like that. I fully of like when Wayne was at Rikers, that motherfucker had like the whole recording studio.
Yeah.
In his cell. He released 2 EPs from prison or some shit. I don't know if that's facts or not. Don't quote me. But like, I don't have much else to say in the Suge Knight story. Like, I just really wanted to put it in here because motherfucker, what year is it?
Let's not forget that 2 of his former attorneys were indicted on witness tampering charges, and his fiance pled no contest to selling the video of Knight hitting the 2 men with his truck.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that type of traitorous shit from his wife right there.
Oh, his wife supposedly knows who killed Tupac.
Yeah, it's because it was probably him.
It was probably him. 100%. I still think Suge Knight did it. 100%. He's as guilty as OJ. I bet when you sit in the room with him, you just look at him and you're like, you did that shit.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I think he did it.
No, he absolutely did. 100%. 100%. If you think Suge Knight had Tupac killed, let me know down in the comments below.
Yeah. Just smash the like button.
Yeah, smash that motherfucking like button if you think Suge Knight killed Tupac. We're bringing back that conspiracy.
That well, it's still a thing. They're doing that all the time.
It's never not a thing.
It's never not.
Still waiting on new Tupac to drop in the clubs. That shit just keeps happening.
Yeah.
All right, so that's everything we have for music news this week. A lot of L's.
Oh, tons of L's.
I think music news can really just be when Barbie Tingz go wrong.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what happens.
Because this is what happens when Barbie Tings go wrong. All right, so that puts us into video game news, and we're gonna do a little bit of video game news, and then we're gonna do a short segment. So let's get into this. Apparently, Red Dead Redemption 2 is too big for just one review, but that's kind of a clickbait title, is it not?
Yeah, it's kind of a clickbait title because the Wired article here, I'm pretty sure they could have put the review in this article, but they spent the vast majority of it talking about how the working conditions at Rockstar were too bad and too brutal. As in, hold on, they said the crunch, long brutal work weeks, limited time off, and abiding pressure to participate in a culture of overwork the people in games called the crunch. There's no need to mince words about this. Red Dead Redemption 2 was built on the suffering and exhaustion of many of the people who created it. That's kind of a summary there of the last, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4 paragraphs, 4 or 5 paragraphs
of this 7-8 paragraph article.
Yeah, there's only 2 paragraphs or 3 paragraphs. One of those paragraphs is an extremely long sentence, and I'm just counting it because it's separated. That actually talk about the game.
We all took high school English. We know these tricks.
Yeah.
So like, here's what I have to say about that. Every game studio does this. Every single one. Do you think indie developers don't have crunch with a 10-person team? It's understandable to have crunch with a 10-person team, but it's also understandable to have crunch when you're putting a dumbass in charge of a game studio.
Yeah, it's 100% understandable.
This is a very, very like down to the root problem in video games.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna feel bad for playing the finished product, because at the end of the day, yeah, they lost a lot of sleep making this game. But you know what? I bet at the end of the day, they're at least a little proud of what they did, and they're proud that it's over. So I'm gonna enjoy what they made either way.
It was a Kotaku expose that you know.
Well, and to be fair, that Kotaku, I remember when that came out, and that Kotaku expose also, I think a lot of that might be exaggerated, and that's just because we had the guy who is the lead writer misspeak in that interview where he said they were pulling 100-hour weeks. That wasn't untrue, but he was speaking of his writing team, because that's who he knew was working that much.
Yeah.
And they were doing that, mind you, as far as we know, the writing team was doing that voluntarily. Now, I'm not saying that the game studio didn't have crunch. I've never worked in video games, but this is obviously something that we're both passionate about. We know a lot about the industry. Crunch is a pretty standard thing. It's not a good thing. It's definitely not a good thing at all. It's a problem that really needs to be addressed. But you think Rockstar is going to change anything from this article?
Well, but here's the thing. Crunch isn't just an issue in the video game.
It's a crunch everywhere.
Industry. There's crunch in all types of things.
It's a problem.
It's a problem amongst a lot of things, and the majority of it is due to poor management. A lot of these upper management people, they're not on the floor working anymore, or never have been on the floor working, so they don't know what works and what doesn't work. Whereas, you know, I've worked in manufacturing. And so the machine operators, we know how fast these machines run. We know what parts we're running the most of because we're handling with it every day. And the bean counters is what we call them in the office. They don't know that. And then so they try to force you to do things how they see it on paper working, and it just doesn't work out like that in the real world.
Well, that's because humans don't work out with on paper.
Yeah, I think that's what the problem is the upper management just doesn't know, and they think that because, well, I'm a higher management position or I have college and you don't, that I'm right and you're wrong. When that's not necessarily true.
No,
And
right.
in this article, the person wants to try and say this is just the nature of capitalism and whatnot, and tries to bring that whole nonsense into it. Which, last I checked, I thought this was supposed to be a game review, not a fucking politics debate.
Well, it was misleading, but I guarantee, I'm sure this article shed a little bit of light, at least on how the industry works and its inherent flaws. You know, yeah, they're definitely. This is a hit piece. This is 100% a hit piece. It's not a bad hit piece. And I mean, yeah, no, it's a fucking problem. It needs to be tackled, but like, how? It's almost one of those how things. Because
Well,
I mean, I feel like crunch time, I'm obviously talking like from a video games net standpoint because that's what we're talking about right now. I mean, really anywhere, crunch is a problem anywhere you go in the world.
Oh yeah, it's a problem anywhere.
Like, why do you think overworking is such a problem in like Japan?
Oh yeah,
like the conditions at Japanese game studios, I bet they're awful. I have no real base for that. I'm sure we could do some research if we really felt like it, but we're not here to do research.
No, I'm pretty sure they're awful. But that being said, if it's so bad and you hate it so much, why are you still there?
Well,
that's my only question.
And I think you and I both know that's probably a complicated answer. You work so hard for so long to get into, say a game dev position. You get your foot in the door. You're staying in that fucking door no matter what you got to go through.
Well, I mean, it's not like this hasn't been known about for years. It's not like this is some new occurrence. It's been known. They knew about it before they went into it.
Right.
They knew this was going to be a thing. I don't understand.
At the end of the day, everybody's got to eat.
Yeah, I mean, they can be a game dev. You can't do other things.
Yeah, I know. It's not that you can't do other things. I think a lot of it is I want to do this. I like doing this despite what I have to put up with.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta. There's a phrase we learned in the army. I mean, you gotta eat the shit sandwich. You just hope there's a lot of bread.
No, exactly, and that's pretty legit. Because I'm sure if I got into, say, my dream job, and I liked the job, but I hated my management, I'm gonna try and stick it out as long as I fucking can because I like that job that much.
Oh yeah.
I feel like it's why they're staying there is a complicated answer.
Well, it's definitely an extremely nuanced answer, but
it's a nuanced answer, yes, but it's not as black and white as it could be for a lot of people.
I find it funny that they were asked to work 80-hour work weeks, which is an average of 11 hours a day. There's millions probably of people right now that are working jobs that are 12 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Well,
you don't see
these
complaining articles disguised as game reviews.
Well, very true, very true. And I do not like this shit in my video games. I do not like this shit in my video games. However, one more thing to touch on Red Dead 2. Apparently, now this could fucking change in the future, but we watched this happen with GTA 5 a few years ago. Apparently, a Netherlands-based retailer accidentally put up a PC listing for Red Dead 2 for sometime in 2019. I would very much so, because how long were we waiting for GTA 5? Almost 2 years?
I think it was almost longer? 2 years. Yeah.
A year and a half, maybe. I would very much so like to see the game on PC. I'm too goddamn impatient and will probably end up buying it on my PlayStation.
I don't see why they wouldn't put it on PC at some point.
I don't either. And the way I like to think about it is PC is going to get the most polished version.
Yeah.
The console plebs can do our beta testing for us.
And back to that whole crunch thing, the reason why I feel like that's a reason why it's too many game players are impatient. They don't want to wait. They want it now. That's why we have this slew of early access where we're getting baited.
Early access is an entirely other problem.
We're getting baited.
I'm still fucking mad about DayZ. Okay.
Where we're getting baited into paying for betas, and it's like this whole that whole fear of missing out, which forces people to want to have it now and want to have it now, I think is what's causing a lot of this crunch.
That comes with the technology culture. We're able to have it now. So when we can't have it now, human mad.
Yeah, but I feel like, and that's not, I don't see that mentioned anywhere in this article, that it could possibly be that the player base is constantly wanting it now.
Well, to be fair,
them to want to have that crunch.
One of the writers, I think it was Telltale, I don't remember. I'm not going to say where they worked. I know it was a very story-oriented game studio. She, and it was a she, I don't remember the name, I just remember exactly what she said. She 100%, people have tried to blame Twitch and the current want to see it culture and tried to blame the player base. That shit never goes well.
Yeah.
That's going after that's literally attacking your own wallet. I can see why you wouldn't want to do that.
Well, I mean, I can get the game companies, but this writer here for Wired, it could do that easily.
I mean, yeah, but I mean,
you're already mentioning,
the people who have like balls to do shit like that in journalism don't work for Wired. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I guess, but I mean, at some point in here, I can't find the exact quote.
There's definitely, I think to sum this up, we can definitely say there is an underlying issue that is basically cumulatively multiple issues that seemingly really can't be tackled.
No, at some point in there, she talks about how playing it should. Trying to find it where she talks about how it's okay for her to play it as a writer or some shit.
To play devil's advocate here, the line she used about how Red Dead 2 is built on the blood and sorrow of game devs or whatever.
Yeah.
So was the Wild West.
Well, yeah.
Just replace game devs with Chinamen and Irishmen and anybody who wasn't Anglo-Saxon.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, she mentions in the article about how there's an eerie comparison to the enemies in the game are like the police and whatnot, and it's eerily comparable to the bosses at Rockstar and whatnot. And that
that could have been by design. And to be fair, at the end of the day, video games are an art form. Art imitates life. Life imitates art. Of course, some of that shit's gonna bleed through. But it's also an arguable point, again, playing devil's advocate, it's an arguable point that things like that can improve a video game when real emotion bleeds into the work. Not saying it's the right way to get the result at all, whatsoever. Crunch is dumb. But, I mean, it's like I said at the beginning, you mean that thing every game company does. You're not going to feel bad about playing the games.
No, I'm not going to feel bad about it, and that's kind of the underlying tone there is like, it's kind of a bad thing that these people were forced into it, that they don't. Hold on, here's the quote. Many in the video game community are rightfully calling this labor abuse and suggest not unfairly that perhaps any game made this way doesn't deserve any attention at all. So you shouldn't pay. I mean, that's every game then.
Pretty much.
You shouldn't pay attention to any game then. And I stand by the issue of vote with your wallet. If you don't like what they're doing, don't buy it.
Yeah.
If you don't like what the company's doing, don't buy it. And you'll generally win that way because they can't stay in business if you aren't giving them your money.
Yeah, for the most part. It's a nuanced answer. Nuanced is a good word for pretty much the entirety of that article.
Yeah, it's a very nuanced question, a nuanced answer to the question, and I feel like the article just tried to not make it as nuanced and make it this whole
black and white issue when in all reality
black and white issue,
kind of not.
It's not.
Anyway, out of the kind of bullshit video game news, Devil May Cry. Hold on, let me get the actual.
Well, you might say not bullshit, but I call it bullshit.
Hold on. I love the raw translation of this because it's a Japanese Capcom website. Devil May Cry 5, Capcom Limited Edition Super Luxury Replica Costume version. So apparently, if you pay $8,000, you can have Dante's coat.
Yeah, it's
or Nero's coat, or Emo Boy's coat, even though it's a vest.
Yeah.
Honestly, if the coats are this good a quality, $8,000, no. Worth it still? Yeah.
They look like good quality, but like, I mean, any picture can make anything look good.
Yeah, exactly.
It's hard to tell, like,
exactly. How many cosplayers are gonna do better?
Yeah, how many cosplayers can make this?
But I mean, to be fair, Capcom definitely has some of the most interesting money grabs.
Yeah, I feel like you could commission somebody who makes cosplays to make you one that looks just as good for probably way less.
Yeah.
Way
but I mean,
less.
I'll take this over them doing what was it, the Bison Golden Bar promo that they were doing. Like it was like it was an actual like 8-ounce gold bar with the Shadowloo emblem stamped into it or some shit. That was dumb.
Now these were apparently made by taking scans from the in-game character models.
So as far as detail goes,
yeah,
this is 1-to-1.
It looks like they went pretty detailed. Like the stains are on it.
Quality's my main concern.
The fraying looks pretty on point, but I mean, let's face it. Is somebody gonna really notice if the fraying isn't exactly like it is in the game?
If they do, we don't want to consort with those people.
You know what I mean? Like that's kind of my point. A lot of the details that they hit on it, like the stains on the coat, if it's not exactly the same pattern, just put some stains near the pockets and it'll look it'll have the same effect.
Dude.
But the thing here is they're not in multiple sizes. It's just
no. You better be Dante's size, motherfucker.
Yeah, you get this size, which
I'm
they
not
all
buying
appear to
this
be.
Shit. My fucking 2X wearing ass ain't buying this shit.
The shoulder width, the widest one, is 45 centimeters.
And that's still Dante's coat, I'm pretty sure.
No, that's Nero's coat.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Nero's is the 45 centimeter one. Dante's is 46. Oh, sorry, no, Dante's is the largest at 46. I'm tripping. I thought that said 36. Yeah, his is the widest at 46 centimeters, so 1 centimeter wider is the fit size. With a 49, no, hold on, what's Dante's chest? 21, no, that's a 54 centimeter waist.
Dude, Capcom's just ridiculous sometimes, and boy, I love talking about it.
Yeah, they're pretty ridiculous. Well, speaking about, since we're still on Capcom,
actually,
I know it's not in the docket, but they finally updated Street Fighter V and reduced the input lag. I think it was down to like 4 frames or something, is what I saw on Twitter about it. They finally did that. I haven't checked it out, but
I honestly
people
think
who are streaming, and they said that it feels tighter.
Well, that's good.
But online it doesn't make a difference because they still have that crappy rollback net code.
Yeah.
So it's not helping online at all.
Yeah, that's literally the pro players were bitching too much. Which, I mean, they should. Street Fighter V, as like, if you put it up against its competition, Tekken 7, Dragon Ball Fighters, Blaze Blue Cross Tag, it's severely lacking.
Oh, 100% it's severely
lacking. You've got Capcom. Capcom used to be the kings of fighting games. Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, still my all-time favorite fighting game. You and I download that fucking arcade cab emulator with online on just so we can play every once in a while. Fightcade, yeah, that's what it's fucking called. We download that shit every once in a while just so we can play some Street Fighter 3 because we want to do some sets.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you get rid of your good internal team.
Yeah.
Like, at this point, we don't know if there's going to be a 6. Five got some.
They said they're doing content till 2020.
Yeah, but that's very specific wording. Content could just end up meaning another game.
Yeah, I have a feeling they're gonna do like they did with Street Fighter 4. They're gonna have
release it 4 times or some stupid shit.
Well, they're gonna have the game, and then they're gonna do all the DLCs, and then they're gonna do Ultra Street Fighter 4, which is the game with everything.
Yeah.
They kind of already did that with Arcade Edition.
Well, they had to with Arcade Edition because they had to
Apology Edition.
Yeah, Apology Edition. They had to do that because there were problems.
Yeah,
there were issues that
needed Edition.
While we're still on ridiculous, we got some shit on the Tekken 7 hot sheets.
Oh yeah.
Somebody finally asked the question, why does Alisa even have breast bounce? Isn't her torso plastic?
And
Katsuhiro Harada, the fucking GOAT. I have to read this. Like, it's her skeleton by tungsten carbide, and the outer skin armor consists of titanium and depleted uranium, but its surroundings are artificial skin. And to touch specifically on the breast bounce, her breasts serve as shock absorbers.
Like,
Harada, you fucking mad lad.
If that's the case, shouldn't she get a parry where she just like chest bumps? Like she just
sure you can.
It's
fucking Keijo now.
She just sure you cans out.
What else would we expect from the literal man? The man who shows up to a fucking tournament at Evo in his own game, wearing an Echo Fox jersey.
Yes, he was Echo Fox Harada.
Like, honestly, I think Harada might be my favorite personality in the FGC.
Yeah, it's
you never, bro. He came out like this is obviously months ago, but like when that shit happened at Evo where he announced Negan.
Oh yeah, he announces Negan,
and then he comes back out on stage with the woman who does lead dev on Dragon Ball FighterZ, and you and I are losing our fucking minds because we want to know what he's up to. He just showed up. He just showed up on stage.
He gave us Negan, and then just shows up on stage, and we're like, "What are we getting?
Goku for
Tekken now? Like, what is happening?"
I still want Kiryu for Tekken. Well, I still want Kiryu. I still don't think it's gonna happen. Either Harada doesn't like Yakuza, or he's in with the Yakuza,
and doesn't want to see him
and he doesn't want to see him get beat up. Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I think it is. I think he's in Yakuza because look at that man's coat.
Yep. Yeah, look at it. Am I stepping into fashion? Have you seen this coat? Anyway, so I want to get to my segment I wanted to do now that we've gone crossed straight over into fighting game news. This it makes me very upset. Why are they trying to take thuggery out of my video games?
You know,
we're not allowed to do money matches at fucking Evo no more.
Yeah, they got rid of money matches at Evo.
You can get bounced from the tourney if you're shit talking too much.
Yeah, they got that one dude got mad, that one Smash player or whatever, was it a Smash player that got pissed or something, that some dude was yelling behind him?
Yeah, and they ejected him. I'm pretty sure. I can't quote me on that. I don't have the facts, but I'm pretty sure that has happened. Thuggery and video game culture are so. Go ahead.
It was Goichi.
Oh.
Who was mad about his match with Mina RD, saying that Kaba shouted at him constantly.
Yeah, no, I remember that now. And speaking of Goichi, how great would it have been? I just like bring thuggery all the way back. Like when Sonic Fox did the side switch at Evo.
Yeah.
After Sonic Fox took the set, how great would it have been if Goichi just stood up and just fucking decked him in the jaw?
Oh, yeah.
How great would that be? Thuggery. I want my thuggery back. We got fucking DICE hiring people to look for toxicity in Battlefield 5.
Yeah, no, not hiring people. They're interns, college interns, to look for to analyze toxicity in Battlefield 5.
Look, these fucking motherfuckers catch me in a Modern Warfare 2 lobby in 2009.
Oh yeah, no.
You would fucking melt.
There's not only that. Look at in Rainbow Six Siege how they're banning people in chat for saying things that are deemed toxic behavior. And it's like
okay, that's one I like because that's the new meta. You just have to make the other team mad.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's a new meta, but like at the same time, like the mute button exists.
No, and I get that, but I mean, at the same time, to be fair, in a game like Rainbow Six Siege, I do want to be able to work with my teammates. And it's the big brother option, and I'm not a huge fan of it, but it gets me better pugs.
Well, there's nothing wrong with working with your teammates. If somebody's doing something to intentionally throw the game, that's in a competitive match. I can understand that.
Yeah.
But because somebody types faggots in chat.
That actually happened. I was playing Rainbow Six Siege last night, and I made somebody so mad they typed faggot in the chat and got a ban.
You know what I mean? Like that's dumb to me.
Yeah, no, it's silly, but I mean, not a whole lot can be done. It's the culture now. But like, bring my fucking thuggery back. Yeah. It started with the FGC, and you remember I was fucking worried when this shit started. I was worried. I was like, this is not gonna stop here.
It's esports. I think it's esports.
Yeah, video games are trying more mainstream. They want to see.
They're trying to be more marketable and whatnot. And it's like,
give me a Monday mitten masher.
Well, the thing
I want to see somebody getting fucked.
The NFL brought celebrations back. And they're doing some like thuggerish celebrations in there. Like
we have NFL players doing Fortnite dances on the fucking goal line.
They're doing Fortnite dances. Like, what do you do Fortnite dances to? You kill somebody and then you Fortnite dance over them. It's BM. All right, that's what it is. They're doing that on NFL games.
I'll get up at the tournament and do the default Fortnite dance. Straight up. Don't care. But I'm bringing it back. We're bringing thuggery back to video games.
Yeah, well, it's still there in the FGC.
It's still there, but that's because the community fought back.
Yeah, it's still there. Like, you still get it at some of these.
We might never get another low tier god versus Viscant. We might never get trash talking of that caliber again. But it's still there.
It's still there. It's just not going to be on stream anymore. It's still there. You have to go to the tournaments to hear it and see it. Or some of the smaller locals. It's no more. Smaller locals
are that's the cream of the crop when it comes to the FGC. That's where you get to see the real shit.
I mean, it was there at I went to Frosty Faustings last year, and it was there at Frosty's. Even kind of on the stage, it was there. Some of the commentators.
Frosty's the last couple of years is when Frosty's been getting real big, right?
It's been big for a while, but it's
also like what, smack dab in the middle of the Midwest FGC.
Yeah, it's in Chicago.
Yeah, you have you have Chicago people, you have people from Indianapolis, you got people from everywhere in the Midwest.
It's Detroit, Chicago, Cincy, Cleveland, Indianapolis. Some people from Kentucky come up. Well, you got to remember whose bitch this is with Shinblade. Yeah, that was at KIT.
Yeah, that was at KIT.
That's at KIT. That's another Midwest.
I want
major.
More who bitch this is. I want some more of that shit. Like, can we just get fuck, what's homie's name? He went super far with King and Avo. Lil Majin, yeah.
Did you just confuse Shinblade with Majin?
No, I did not. I knew they were different people. I'm not the guy who tried to get Eris's autograph. Yo, Majin, good games, bro.
Majin.
Oh, how bad would you feel?
Oh, like, first of all, I wouldn't make that mistake.
Well, no, and if you did, and if we did, it'd be on purpose.
It would, it would definitely be on purpose because of the meme.
But like, I like to see like the little sprinklings that Lil Majin was doing. He'd like throw the eyebrow up at the camera.
Oh yeah,
you know, like my favorite fighting games tournament was CEO 2015.
Oh yeah,
when they were doing the wrestling intros and shit.
Yeah.
Fucking Stone Cold K-Brad comes up and fucking rock bottoms, or not rock bottom, that's not the right move. Stone Cold's the ref.
Yeah, he stunners the ref. Stunners the little, well, wasn't the ref, he was the MC.
Yeah, he was dressed like a ref.
At tournaments, the commentators don't come through the loudspeakers at some.
No,
of them.
that's
they do it.
That's just
they do it Evo. They do it Evo, and they do at Combo Breaker. But like a lot of them, they don't come through the speakers.
Yeah, so they have
just
like an
for the
MC
stream.
to announce stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, they have an MC there who kind of does like commentary and whatnot, and just gets the crowd hype and stuff like that. Not every tournament has it, but usually like the ones where they have a day where they have just games only on the main stage, they'll have one.
Right. All right. Let's see here. Moving on. So this one isn't really something we'd normally cover, but considering you and I are both, well, you more so than I are pretty both in the Magic the Gathering, this kind of affects us a little bit. Hasbro is going to lay off up to 10% of their workforce in wake of the Toys R Us closure.
Yeah.
And it also, I'm not sure, I'm almost positive the two are related, but aren't they also looking at selling Wizards of the Coast?
There was a rumor, I remember seeing it in an Alpha Investments video a while ago. He's talking about how he heard from his little birdies that there was a rumor that Hasbro was looking into selling Wizards of the Coast because they're not doing too hot.
Well, one, they're not doing too hot, and they just lost one of their biggest retailers of the cards.
Yeah, well, they lost Toys R Us, and what a lot of the things that Wizards of the Coast is doing, they're kind of shitting on the local game store.
Yeah, they want to sell their shit at GameStop, or they want to take local game store's ability to sell it away.
They got rid of their direct sale thing for local game stores, or what are called WPN stores. You have to have a WPN status to even be able to buy direct. WPN stores no longer have that. They have to go through a specific distributor, which is already going to increase prices from that standpoint. They can't buy direct anymore, but they're direct selling to Amazon at such a low rate that what the prices will be on Amazon, local game stores selling boxes will make at most $10 a box.
Jesus Christ. Like,
you know, and that's if they sell whole boxes. They're now being forced to sell singles. And there are a lot of people, like when I was heavily into Magic, I wouldn't buy a single.
No, you buy them by the box.
I would buy a whole box because I'm going to end up buying that much anyways, and it saves me money.
And I mean, you watched me do that when I was like way back when I turned 17 and I had that big Yu-Gi-Oh kick again.
Yeah.
You watched me buy bulk.
Yeah.
Because I have a better chance of finding a good card in the bulk and spending less money than I do going and buying a single. The only single you ever fucking saw me buy was because I wanted a first edition Dark Magician.
Yeah.
And I bought that. I spent like $20 on it, or 20 or $30 on it at the time.
And there's a lot of people that they're looking for like one or two specific cards in the set. So they'll buy a box and try and open a play set of those and then sell the rest of the singles individually back to the local game store, or online, whatever. There's a lot of local game stores that when they buy boxes, they'll open the boxes up and pull play sets out of them.
Right, exactly.
It can be more profitable that way than just selling them in the packs.
Exactly. Also, just attached to this article as well, they do touch. Mattel is apparently cutting 2,200 jobs from the Toys R Us closure as well. So, I mean...
That was also... Well...
Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of this move is probably directly related to the Toys R Us closure. But, I mean, Hasbro's not been making a lot of smart decisions, and neither have their child companies, I guess you would call them. Because Wizards of the Coast is just... Well, we're going on, 3-4 years of just straight fucking up?
Well, they've got shit card quality. They've been making shit business decisions.
I'm sorry, but if I'm buying fake cards from China that don't bend...
Well, you can buy proxies from China of the newer stuff, of what's considered standard, that are of a better card quality, that have just as good prints, and inside of a sleeve, at a quick glance, you couldn't tell the difference.
Exactly.
You could not tell the difference. And at most of these tournaments, unless somebody's really hard set about it, they won't even take the cards out of the sleeve.
Exactly.
They'll just look at them with it in and go, oh yeah, these look legitimate. You know, unless somebody's really hard pressed that they think you have fake cards, and I've never seen that happen.
Exactly.
I've never seen it. Now, granted, when I played a whole lot, there wasn't fakes of this quality.
Right. Well, I mean, to be fair, China's getting a whole lot better. I definitely bought me a Go-Yard wallet on Wish, and that shit came out fly.
So, but yeah,
China's
the cards
getting real
are coming
good
out
with
looking
their
like
fakes.
Pringles cans. You know, that's what Wizards cards are coming out of. The quality is apparently not even just there. I guess the new minis for D&D are coming messed up. Like the bases are warped. Little bits on the minis are bent all over.
I totally 100% understand playing D&D with the crew. You and I have done it before. And you remember how much fucking fun I had going over to our buddy's house, ordering a shit ton of pizza, sitting down for 4 or 5 straight hours, and going at it. In today's day and age, just get Tabletop Simulator.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we had a lot of fun in our buddy's basement playing D&D, but the capabilities we have going through something like Tabletop Simulator, we have players from 3 different parts of the country.
Yeah, tabletop. I definitely would recommend Tabletop Simulator over Roll20 any day.
Because I mean, well, and there's the actual games. There's the games on Steam too that actually are D&D, but they're $300 for the basic shit you need. Tabletop Simulator is $20 normally. It always goes on sale.
Yeah, the only benefit to Roll20 is they're partnered with Wizards of the Coast, and like the character sheets for 5th edition. Like you can just click on what you want to do on your character sheet, and it'll automatically roll for you.
Yeah, and I get that, but it ain't that fucking hard to roll a character sheet. We rolled character sheets with a bunch of newbies, no problem.
It's like if you want to roll an attack, right? So like you want to roll an attack with your dagger or whatever, you just click on dagger, and it'll roll your 2 hit dice, and then roll your damage and tell you if you succeed or not. Or if you need to roll a skill check with advantage, disadvantage, or neutral, it'll automatically do it for you. Which that's nice and easy.
That's nice and easy,
but if you're playing the game over at someone's house, that's not a thing.
That's boring.
Yeah, and that's and
I mean, the Tabletop Simulator, it's still virtual, but you are rolling the dice.
Yeah, I feel like it's more to what it would be like to play at a physical game table.
We got a bunch of because you got to think a couple of the kids that we play with, they just turned 18. They're not from any kind of, none of them are like outcasts either, so they wouldn't pick up D&D on their own. We got a bunch of people who wouldn't regularly take a second glance at the game to be interested in the game, just because we use Tabletop Simulator and we're able to do things like make our own minis, or when our one buddy decided he wanted to be Kirito from Sword Art Online, and I was like, all right, fine, here's your mini, get ready to get shit on.
And he had a mini that was Kirito.
Yeah, it was Kirito, yeah. And being able to do stuff like that is pretty fucking solid.
Yeah.
And while we're on the topic of modding video games, I figure we touch on our last thing for today. Fallout New California. This fucking mod, this is a mod for Fallout New Vegas that has been in production for 5 years. Why? And I again, I'm gonna put the links down and link you to this fucking video if anyone's listening and they want to watch. Why are modders able to do better than the studio? And why is this such a constant problem with Bethesda?
Well, I honestly feel like back then that was just kind of Bethesda's thing. It just felt like to me it's we'll just put the game out and then the modders will take care of it.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have to depend on it. Granted, some of the mods make Bethesda games on PC so much better.
Oh yeah, easily.
Even the dumb ones, even the dumb Naruto mods for Skyrim that I used to have, made that game great. But I kind of want to play New California because it's an entirely new storyline, fully voice acted.
I've already played New Vegas. I played it forever ago on console. And I wasn't going to buy it again. I didn't see a reason to. Well, because of this mod, I see a reason to buy it now.
Exactly. Exactly. And I mean,
I didn't even
was,
have the DLC when I played it on console, and I don't even care to buy it to play the DLC because I'm like, what's the point?
The DLC for New Vegas is alright. The missions are pretty cool. There's literally one where you go kill a bunch of big brains like in Futurama. And the guns you get in the DLC are really good. But I mean, this is almost like they created an entirely new game with base material.
Yeah. It's I can't find how much more hours of gameplay it adds, but it took 5 years to make, so I would assume a lot.
Well, you got to think it's probably a very small team, and it probably back when they started, it was probably a labor of love. I would figure being able to do a full trailer like they did here, it's a 3-minute fucking trailer. They probably have gotten crowdfunding, which good on them, because this is definitely something these people can put down on their resumes, and this is definitely a good way to break into the industry. Because, I mean, Bethesda is no stranger to hiring modders. They've done it before.
Yeah, and these guys took a lot of credit into it. They, but they have, you hit the story with 16,000 lines of dialogue. There's little moments with characters and side quests, and there was a bunch of plot holes that they took up the time to code into, because the trailer was released in June. And they didn't release the mod until October, until a little while ago.
Right.
And they took the time to just code it out the hard way and fix it themselves. They didn't just release it how it was. Which the game developers don't even do that.
Well, game devs don't do that, but that's because they've been put in an environment where they don't think they have to do that. Yeah. It's kind of like how college basketball players play so much harder than NBA league people do, because they have so much more to prove.
Yeah.
LeBron's already got his fucking multi-billion-dollar contract. The dude from fucking Villanova hasn't.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, absolutely, dude. If anybody ends up fucking listening to this, go fucking check this mod out. These people deserve, 100% deserve attention. This is probably as good as this game will ever be. And that's saying something, considering this was put out in 2010. The game itself, obviously, Fallout New Vegas.
And it's not even behind a donation wall. It's free, and they're just
they just here. It's
donations.
Fucking out there. If you want to donate to the cause, I'm sure they have a Patreon.
There's some mods I've went to get that were like you had to donate at least $1 to get it.
Right. And I mean, that's all fine. That's fair.
That's fair, but I don't mind. I mean, I was gonna donate anyways, but I just don't like it when you
when you gotta put a paywall there. I feel you.
People are mad that Bethesda's wanting to put a paywall behind mods, but you're okay if the modders do it. I don't know. I just don't like that double standard.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's just me.
Yeah, well, I mean, go fucking check this out. Deadass, because this shit looks good. And that's it. That's it.
Are you sure? We got two.
Do we got two more? Oh, we do got two more. Oh, we got two more things, huh? So that's right. We got sports news, don't we?
Yeah, we
got fucking sports news. We got two very important sports news things. I'm gonna start with the less important. Rajon Rondo, master of defense, stiffed the shit out of Chris Paul for being a bitch.
Yeah.
Chris Paul, if you're listening, I doubt you are. He's a bitch.
He's a huge bitch.
Like, granted, we don't get to see good NBA fights too often anymore. And I guarantee you, we will never get another basketball like we did between the Pistons and the Pacers.
No, that's probably not going to ever happen.
We are never going to see a Ron Artest running into the stands to punch the wrong guy ever again.
Yeah. Well, let's not forget also, Brandon Ingram got some shots in too.
Yeah, well,
after the initial
ran from half court.
Ran over.
That motherfucker ran from half court because the drama started with him.
Yeah.
Because didn't Ingram get fouled? I think, or did Ingram do the foul?
I'm trying to. Let me go back.
Harden got fouled. Harden got fouled. Let me go back. Let me reference the video.
Harden got fouled by. Yeah. He got.
Harden got fouled.
Ingram was the one who got. He got fouled by Ingram.
Yeah.
Well, no, Harden charged at Ingram, and it should have been a foul, but they didn't call it, and that's what caused the dispute.
Well, I mean, there's three. There's what they walked out with three technicals.
Yeah, there's like 3 technicals, and Rajon Rondo and Brandon Ingram got ejected.
Yeah. Well, actually, Chris Paul, Rajon, and Ingram, they all got ejected.
Yeah.
They all got technicals, and I'm pretty sure. I haven't followed up on this, but there's almost no way in hell we're not going to be seeing a few game ban for all 3 of these guys,
or at least some fine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if this was like Allen Iverson NBA, it'd be some fines.
Yeah.
It'd be some fines. They'd change the dress code again, and then they'd leave it alone.
Oh no. Chris Paul, Rajon Rondo suspended. I just found this article on Newsweek.
Yeah.
The NBA has handed down suspension to Brandon Ingram for 4 games. Rajon Rondo got 3, and Chris Paul got 2. That was the game suspensions handed down by the NBA.
Why don't we just take all of the suspensions and stack them up on Chris Paul?
That's how I feel. Because he was a bitch.
So this is honestly Lakers news. I wasn't expecting to not involve LeBron. I figured if we were going to talk about the Lakers, we were going to talk about LeBron.
Yeah.
So I'm actually happy that we got through Lakers news without LeBron. And now we're on to our last thing. I forgot we didn't have articles for these. We didn't really need articles for either of these.
We don't really need an article for the last one.
Boston rejoice. The motherfucking Red Sox took the World Series. That's another motherfucking ring.
Yeah, that's 4 since they broke the curse. That's 4. They broke the curse, and then they've won 3 extra. And they won it with a substantial 5-1 game over the Dodgers. And the game 4 was the one I watched. They had an amazing comeback. I think it was in the 8th inning with a pinch hit to tie the game up, and then they scored like 4 more runs after that. I mean, it looked like it was going to be an easy Dodgers win, and it was going to be 2-2. But they made it 3-1 and then ended up winning the next game to take the World Series.
Fuck the Dodgers.
Oh, easily, yeah.
I honestly wanted to see the Sox and the Yankees battle it out.
Well, they would have been yeah. But that would have caused fights. There was already fights earlier.
No, there were fights this season between the fucking Yankees and the Sox. It would have been great. No, fuck you. It would have been great.
You know, and on the fights, I think most of these sports should just treat it like hockey.
No, we were talking about this. How like when the shit happened between with Chris Paul, Brandon Ingram, and Rajon Rondo. Just handle it. Just let them fight. Just octagon comes down from the ceiling. Lowers into the ring.
You know, if they're throwing punches, you don't get in the middle of it and try and separate them.
No.
That's what they do in hockey. They let them throw it out until they
throw it out.
When
go
they
to the fucking penalty box.
When they break out, that's when you get involved. Because if you do that long enough, eventually they'll realize this stuff hurts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be getting in fights, and they won't be doing it over simple stuff anymore.
Or somebody will go full Happy Gilmore and try to kill somebody with a skate.
Well, I mean, that hasn't happened yet in hockey that I know of.
It might. Somebody will have the balls.
Could.
Somebody will take one too many headshots and do it.
I mean, it could. I know they throw the sticks down when they go to fight. So
no, yeah.
About it.
Yeah, they throw the sticks down and they normally take the gloves come. Yep. Hockey fights are some of the one of the best memories from my childhood was a fucking Indianapolis ice game when I saw a fucking fight break out between 6 motherfuckers. This was like early 2000s.
Yeah.
And like a hockey fight is one of the best memories of my childhood. So yeah, just let them fight it out. Basketball, let them fight it out. Football, let them fight it out. They're already wearing pads. We just need to start installing an octagon in every sports stadium. Could you imagine the octagon on ice?
Oh, dude, that'd be insane.
That'd be insane.
That'd be insane.
That'd be great. And it's just they think about it, they have to take off their uniforms, change into UFC gear, keep the skates on.
Oh yeah, I'd actually pay for
I
that
would
pay-per-view.
I would pay money.
I wouldn't
to
just
go.
go. I wouldn't just go to the bar and buy 2 drinks.
No, we're going there. We are going
Yeah,
there.
I would go to the fight.
And we're gonna be those people that make the fucking players mad. We're gonna be the dude who threw his drink at Ron Artest. And then disappeared into the fucking crowd.
And it disappeared.
Oh, fuck. All right, so I guess we'll end this shit on a good note. Congratulations, Boston. Our boys won the fucking series. Let's hope the Celtics can do as good in their season. We know the Pats are going to win. All the Pats do is win.
Well, let's hope so. They didn't start the season off too great. The NFL didn't start off too great.
The NFL, we're in bizarro world for the NFL.
The NFL was in bizarro land at the beginning. We'll see. Hopefully they're getting better. So I saw today. I didn't read the article. It just popped up. But I think Gronk might start play or something. If I can find it, the headline. I didn't read it. But
that seems to be the rolling theme with most of our articles this week. We had the docket ready 3 days ago, and neither of us really read it. We're doing great. First episode, doing great.
Doing great. Well,
doing great. This is fine. Everything's on fire. This is fine.
Yeah, he's expected to play on Monday night.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good. That's good. The Gronk's gonna be. I want to see the Gronk lay down some SmackDown. That's what I'm saying.
He played yesterday. I didn't watch the game.
Yeah, I know. I need to go back and watch the highlights.
He was expected to play yesterday.
Well, good. That's good. All right, I'd say this is a good place to end it. So, if you came to listen, fucking thank you. We are just 2 jackasses. Each of us have 1 microphone, and we have opinions.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So that was episode 1.